Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Hello everyone, my name is Miftah Gifa Arisah from PBI 2A English Department of Kuningan University. Here I will make assignment of my course, which academic listening and speaking course, and the lecturer is Mrs. Endang Darcy. And this is I will make a journal review about academic journal, and the journal I choose has a title, and the title is An Ethnographic Exploration of Adopting Project-Based Learning in Teaching English for Academic Purpose. So this journal is about adopting project-based learning in teaching English for academic purpose. If in this journal I talk about PBL and EAP, it means that project-based learning and English academic purpose. Let's get started to the journal. And next is about journal identity, and this journal is from Electronic Journal of Foreign Language Teaching 2019, volume 15, number 2, page 290 till page 303, and the copyright is Center for Language Studies, National University of Singapore. And the next is about author's identity. In this journal, there are two authors, and the first is Xu Longli, and the second one is Li Shun Wang. I'm so sorry if my pronounce is wrong. The first author is Xu Longli, and the email is liulong@eduhk.hk, and she is from the Education University of Hong Kong, PR, China. And the second one is Li Shun Wang. The email is lishun@eduhk.hk. She is from the Education University of Hong Kong, PR, China. So they both from the same university. And the next is about rationale. The present study has adopted an ethnographic approach to investigate the form, effect, and challenge of integrating PBL into EAP teaching in the Chinese context. In particular, this paper will describe how the PBL pedagogy is integrated with the EAP course, how it helps to improve the students' academic English, how it facilitates the students' disciplinary knowledge learning and disciplinary identity formation, how it stimulates the students' autonomy, and how it is instructive to their interpersonal ability and teamwork. So the authors make this journal in case for helps to improve the students' English academic skill, like how is their knowledge learning about English, how is their ability and teamwork, and yeah, that is the reason why the authors make this journal. And the next is about research objective. The content of the EAP course in the UA was primarily based on the Key Concept 1 and 2 book series, which is published by Henley Ching Learning. UA in here is University A, which the authors make this journal. And the Key Concept 1 is about reading and writing across discipline. And the Key Concept 2 is about listening, note-taking, speaking across the discipline. And the books introduce the students to several skills, like how they can write the structure of paragraph, how they write a topic, how they write a conclusion, how they think critically, and how to listen to the mini lectures. And in this journal, the teachers also give the students some source, like journal articles and several books to their students to enable to learn specific academic writing skill and research methods. The next is about literature review. There are 3 points about literature review. The first is PBL, EFL or ESL, perceived opportunities and limitations. in this poem that talks about learners' study outcomes, like what they are received about the study, like about thinking, attitude, knowledge, motivation, and their interpersonal skills. Because every students have attitude, motivation, thinking, knowledge, and skills in their own self. And number 2 is project-based learning or problem-based learning in EAP. In every project, the authors may found a problem, and in this journal too, the authors found a problem, like the students are expected to produce a fixed answer, but in project-based learning, the result that the student achieve may very difficult, like students is hard to get the result. And the third point is potential theoretical concordance between PBL and EAP. There is still limited research justifying the efficiency of using PBL in EAP teaching, particularly in China. So in China, there is still limited research, so the authors cannot find easily to done their journal review. And the next is about methods. There are several points in these methods. The first is research methodology. In this journal, the writer or the authors choose the qualitative method, which they did an interview with the students. And for the sampling, here is observed in the classes and students, which is F and W. Its class was composed of 50 students, F in the first year and majoring in the marketing finance, and while W is in the second year and majoring in business management. So the author is interviewing many students from several class, and each class was composed by 50 students, and the students is in the different year, like the first year and the second year, and the major is different, like there are students from the marketing and finance, and there are majoring in business management. And still in the methods, which participant, as we can see in the PPT, there is table 1, the participant teachers demographic information. There are F and W, which the gender for F is male and for the W is female, and the age for F is 35 years old and for W is 45 years old. And the nationality both of them is same, which is Chinese, and the first language both of them is same, which Mandarin. And for the position is different, for F is lecturer and for the W is professor. And for the education, for F is PhD and for the W is MA. And international experience for F is Australia and for the W is UK or United Kingdom. And the length of participation in the study for both of them is same, which 8 months. And for the data collection in this journal, including ethnographic interview, unstructured interview, online interview, group interview, unstructured classroom observation, documentary analysis of teachers' teaching materials, and participant observation. There are several kinds of data collection, and many of them is interview. There are several kinds, like online, unstructured, and ethnographic, and many others. And this interview is done by many students, which each class is composed by 50 students, and which different majoring and different year. For ethnographic interview, requires ethnographers to start short and seemingly casual conversation between the authors and the participants. And for the online interview, the authors did the interview via social media like we chat and the authors ask a question and the participant answer question posed by the authors. And for unstructured interview, we're also employed to repeatedly and insightfully inquire about the participants' experience about EAP in their experience. Like in this unstructured interview, it takes range from 20 minutes till 2 hours length in their weekday lunch break. So the unstructured interview didn't disturb the class from the participants. And the next one is about findings. In this journal, there are 3 points of findings. The first is how project-based learning was integrated into the English academic purpose in course in University A. Students' completion of and contribution to project as the major source of assessment, coursework, and the project-related issues, demanding the students to carry out a research project in their extracurricular time and to report their result in academic English. So the PBL was integrated into the EAP course is project-related issues like how is the related to their academic English. And point number 2 is in what aspects did project-based learning promote the teaching and learning of English academic purpose in University A. The first, PBL improved the students' use and understanding of academic English. The second, PBL improved EAP students' disciplinary learning and identity. The third, PBL increased the EAP students' autonomy. And the last is improvement in interpersonal skills and teamwork. So, in what aspect did PBL promote? In their understanding, their use, their disciplinary learning and identity, and in increased aspect about their students' autonomy and about their interpersonal skill and teamwork. And the third point is perceived challenge in the application of the project-based learning pedagogy in the University A English academic purpose course. The EAP teachers' lack of disciplinary knowledge, limited research for conducting research projects, and difficulties in disseminating the students' research result. So, the challenge in the application of PBL pedagogy in the EAP course here is the difficulties about research because in China there is still limited research about PBL. And the last is about conclusion. This study has described how the project-based learning pedagogy was integrated with the English academic purpose course, which proved to be useful in improving the students' academic skill, help the students' disciplinary knowledge learning, and disciplinary identity formation, stimulate the students' autonomy, and was instructive to their interpersonal ability and teamwork. So, the authors made this journal to help the students in improving their academic skill, academic English, and about their disciplinary about English, about knowledge, and about identity formation, and about the students' autonomy, and also about their interpersonal skill and teamwork. Maybe that's all for me to explain, to convey, to tell you about this journal, this review journal about an ethnographic exploration of adopting project-based learning in teaching English for academic purpose. I apologize if I had a lot of mistake in this video, if I had a wrong pronunciation and many others. Thank you so much for listening me, for watching my talks. Billahi taufiq wal hidayah. Wassalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.